huge shot. Tiger's computer balanced rotor combined with the longer main shaft with even line layout safety. We've got a button with the longest possible path.
Not many people have a button. That's the one you could use. Well, welcome to That's Fishing, guys. I've got Danny here from Gone Fishing. We're going to show you around his big store in here. Like fair income, guys, you should get down here because it's really big. It's probably one of the biggest shops around in Melbourne.
Yeah, I would think as a standalone store, we're probably one of the biggest standalone stores in Melbourne, definitely.
Yep. Now, you sponsored a part of the tea tree on the weekend.
That's right, yes.
And that was a real good turnout. There was, what, about 3,000 people entered this year?
Yeah, 2,500 to 3,000. So we put 5 prize packs together for Tea Tree, and we try and support them. And the kids that, you know, the way they support the children are fantastic.
It is good. And that's the beeper going off if someone stole something from your shop, mate.
That's it. One of my staff.
One of your staff. No, it's all good. If you're wondering what that's all about. But anyway, guys, we're going to go a bit of a walkies around the shop and show everyone what you're doing, mate. What do you reckon?
Yes, definitely. Let's go for a walk.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you.
Yep. While we're standing here, mate, I can see you've just about got every name I can possibly, leaders, hooks, lures.
Yes.
Riddle off some of them.
You name it, we've got it. We've got basically a whole wall of line, being line, leader, braid, anything you want that can go from your rod to the end of your terminal tackle, we've got here. So basically we support a whole range of lines, so anything you want from Berkeley Trilene to your Unitica top end braid or frog or Black Magic in the trace, Maxima line, you name it, we've got it. We've also got on this side, we've got a full range of hooks ranging all the way through Black Magic, Gamakatsu, Owner, Mustard, all the big ranges we've got, snapper, whiting, garfish. We've also got a massive game section of hooks as well. So
that's huge, mate. You must have thousands and thousands of hooks here.
Yeah, we do. So, and if we don't have it, we can get it.
Really, it's a little bit daunting. That's why I reckon when you're looking for stuff like this, guys, you've got to come and see the tackle shops because you guys, that's what you do, and you can put them onto the right hook for the right fish, for the right condition, and the right line, the right material. And really, guys, just come down and ask. Don't be scared to come and ask because these guys, they know it. So, all right, let's walk off down this way, mate, and we'll go and check it out.
Okay.
Danny, there are so many brim lures behind me, I honestly don't even know what kind or what sort there is. Every colour, size, everything, wiggle wobble, everything.
Well, you know, just quietly, I heard a little rumour that it doesn't really matter anyway because you can't catch brim on lures from what people are telling me.
Who's been talking to you, Eric, again?
Actually, quite a few people, Brian. So.
Have you got someone to be able to go out with?
We do. I've got a bloke. What we'll do is we'll organise to take you out one day and actually show you how to use and catch brim on a hard body.
Would that be Danny? Not Danny.
Andy.
You're Andy.
Andy. We'll probably get Andy. Andy's from Frogley's, which is one of our suppliers, and they supply a lot of the high-end lures and hard bodies. As you can see, we've got a massive wall of brim lures here, which is quite dedicated. We've got a lot of tournament fishermen that come in. And we pride ourselves on our brim wall. So if you can see here that it's massive. So I'm sure that even you will be able to catch brim on one of these.
Now it's on tape, mate.
That's all right. That's all right. I like that.
I know Andy. Now Andy, guys, as you saw on one of our shows, took us out, started catching some salmon, and we dusted them up all over the joint. He had these semi-hard lures. I should have had him here.
Atomic semi-hards. That's them here. We've got them right here. They're the semi-hards.
Now Andy's probably going to give me a thick ear for this, but I couldn't remember. But these things were dynamite down there, weren't they? They just unreal. Really were. We've got to get onto some of these as well.
Yes.
All right. Now let's go and have a look at your game section now.
All right.
Let's go. Where did this come from, Bo?
Just here.
Just there. Stock taking.
Stock taking. So as you can see, we've moved down here now. We're on this wall here. So we start off, we've got barra, massive range of barra lures for all you guys going up north. We move forward from that, we go from our barra wall up and we move into cod, which as you can see for the Mulwala Classic that's coming up in December, the cod special, we can supply you there and got massive ranges. If you move forward, spinner baits, as many as you can poke a stick at. And then further on from that, we've then got some more of the grubs and things like that, and then we go to a fly area where we've got fly tying and fly combos for your trout fishing as well. So there's a massive supply of lures for you to catch any range of fish that I've just mentioned. Not that I can catch them.
Nice fish.
I'll step back. Step back.
Yeah, step back. Yep. Sorry, mate.
No, you're right. You're right. All right, come to Bubba. There we go.
Very nice.
All right, so there's one of ours. I'd still say he's 2.8, maybe just 3 if that.
Yep.
So, but a nice fish. Nice start. Nice
So the
start.
man who owns the shop, who sells the gear,
Yeah,
is actually doing.
that's it. Putting my money where my mouth is and
That's it.
showing you guys that we do actually catch fish.
That's why
as
I should
well.
come in and ask you
There
questions.
we go. We've got another rod just about to go there.
Well, we've got another one.
Here we go.
That's so finicky. at the
They are very
moment.
finicky at the moment.
Another nice fish. Going to bring him in.
That's it.
Got him. Big enough on that.
Alright, so as you can see now we're sitting along our game wall. So we've got lures in every range for our game season. So if we start over here, we've got pre-rigged lures from Black Magic, and we've got a full range of those in different sizes that are ready to go. You basically just hook those up and you'll catch tuna, etc, etc. Moving down, we've got some Black Peak ones, we've got some hard-headed bodies, we've got Pacula. Down here, massive terminal range of the game that we can offer, and then we've got some poppers, and then our X-Wraps, which are one of our biggest selling game lure for the tuna in particular up at Portland. We've just got every range of X-Wrap you could ever want. So there's a massive range of lures here for tuna, marlin, kingfish and sharks.
Well, Denny, you have so many rods behind us, guys. You've got from way down there, your fly rods.
Yep.
You've got broom rods, you've got right up to game fishing stuff.
Yep.
You must have 1,000 rods here, or a couple of thousand rods.
We do. We've got every rod you could ever want and more.
And more.
As you can see, we've just got racks and racks and racks of rods, and we just, you know, if we don't have it, we'll try and get it for you, because the way we look at our store is that if we don't have it, we can't offer it to you, and we want to offer you everything we possibly can. So we've got some fiberglass rods. We've got high-end graphite sticks from Mega Bass, etc.
Yeah, all sorts of different brands and flavours.
Brands, yeah, X Factor, Kuna, Fluga, you name it, we've got it. We've got our own sticks and gone fishing sticks that we've been catching massive amounts of snapper on. They're working extremely well. So yeah, millions of rods.
And you also do a lot of repairs here too, don't you?
Yes, we offer a full rod repair service, so if you drop the rods off, we can usually have them turned around in 1 week.
Yep.
Which basically, you know, it's a very convenient service. We've got a rod builder that's local to us, and he's very, very good.
And a charter operator just come in here with a few broken rods, and
Yes.
I noticed he's just dropped off. As we're doing, there's footage now, so that's
Yeah.
why I've said it.
Yes.
So he's giving you the rods to take away and get repaired for him.
Correct.
That's a really good service there.
Yeah.
But where else are we going to go from here, mate?
All right, I think from here we'll go to our bait and our squid wall.
Woohoo!
Happy days.
squid.
That's it, squid.
Hey,
Okay.
Danny,
Yes.
you know I'm good for getting ink squirted all over me, and
Yes.
I like me egg fishing. No, me squid fishing.
Eggy.
Eggy. And I hope Paul Carter isn't watching, because he'll get me for that one. I
Yes.
can give you the tip. Now, mate, just looking at all the different squid jigs you've got here, how many squid jigs have you got, you reckon?
Oh, look, we've got over 2,000 squid jigs.
2,000 squid jigs.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's probably only half of what you can probably really get.
Yeah, look, we've got squid jigs. You can see it's a whole wall. We've dedicated a whole wall for our jigs, and it's something that we do pride ourselves on. And I adore catching squid, as I know you do.
Yes, and I wear half of it.
Yeah, you know, they're just as good to eat as to use as bait. So, you know, we specialise in squid. We've got specialised squid rods.
You got the eggy rods.
The proper eggy rods,
Yep.
and our jigs are second to none.
Yep, that's real good. Now, Paul Carter's going to be doing a little bit with me on proper eggy stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's seen me catch a few squid and try this eggy technique, and he's a bit sad about the whole deal. So
Yes.
I think I'm going to get some one-on-one education with Paul.
Yes.
I'm actually looking forward to that. That's going to be pretty good.
Yes.
Now,
Well, you've just got to know how to hold your rod, because I know you're not very good at that sort of thing.
No,
so.
but I'm getting there.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
caught a few squid.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Worn most of them, but
It's all technique.
it is.
Yes.
Now, the next section we're going to do, mate,
Yep.
is we want to talk about bait.
Yes.
There's a couple of questions that people have asked me about bait.
Yes.
And we're waiting for Sandy to roll up, and he's
Yep.
going to give us the lowdown or the
Yes.
high up on
Yep.
what you should be doing with your bait after you get back from fishing. Because
Yes.
sometimes, like me and you, we get our bait back, half of it's thawed out, the other half isn't. So we'll wait for him to roll up, and we're going to have a cup of coffee, and we're going to do some talking about
Yep.
bait.
Try and show you the best way to maintain your bait so you don't waste it.
This is not bad tackle talk today. We're doing good.
I
It's
reckon
good.
you just quietly, you're not bad.
I'm not bad.
You're not bad. You're all right.
Yep. There we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Got rods
Now that was 5 fish at the same time.
A little bit of
Oh.
mayhem, guys.
That's all right. We'll get it in.
Once again, we've got more rods out of the water.
Well, here we go. Oh, it's a nice little fish. Beautiful. It's all right. We'll get him in. There we go.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. There we go.
Okay, we got fish all over the boat. So there's one,
Right.
two, there's another one down there, another one down there.
Yeah.
So I think we've got one rod left in the water, Brian.
So there you go, guys. Come out with the blokes that actually know what they're doing. Well, hang on, I'll rephrase that. Come out with the guys that go fishing, that own a fishing shop, owns a burley joint, and me, I just come along using the camera. And here I am, pulling in, and he's got another one going. Who brought him? Now, Danny Dan here also has a section on boating stuff, all sorts of little bit of accessories, including the stereo in the background, which you probably can hear.
Yep.
But you've got all sorts of bits and bobs in here.
Yes.
Mate, you've got rod holders, you've got rods, you've got bait boards.
Yep.
What else have you got, mate?
Well, we've basically got a full range of electronics.
Yep.
So marine and radios and sounders and plotters.
Yep.
Full range of rod holders and bait boards, etc. We've also got a massive range of trailer equipment. So if you're actually doing maintenance,
I forgot about that. Yeah, like your rollers
Yeah.
and straps and hooks and
Yeah.
things like that for your trailers.
yeah, all that bearing buddies,
You got
grease. Yes.
bearing buddies as well.
Yep. And if you're doing repairs to your boat, you can see in our back section there, we've got a full lighting section. We've also got a lot of stuff to do with rod holders that you can clip things in and out of your boat and all of that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Obviously oil, grease,
Grease.
all of that we have as well. So
So there you go, guys. If you've got to do any maintenance on your boat, well,
Yep.
you can come down here and.
one-stop fishing shop.
Well, that's what we're hoping, aren't
That's
you?
it.
All right. Well,
No worries.
let's get this coffee happening, mate.
Coffee time.
Coffee. Right, guys. We've Sandy's finally rolled up. How you going, mate?
Good, mate.
Afternoon shift.
Afternoon shift. And
Yes.
how'd you go at the tea tree?
Yeah, we've got a few fish.
Got a few fish?
Yeah, got a few fish.
It's good.
We went out there and yeah, got 12 quickly and came in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whereas me and Eric spent enormous amounts of hours out there, as a lot of other people, and we had storms and everything, as we've already told you about. Now, a couple of questions have come up that we're going to ask Sandy about. Now, what do you do with the bait? And that's why we've got it all laid out here today. When we've taken it out with us and we've brought some of it back, which is half frozen. Now, what's your recommendation of that, mate?
What I recommend is half frozen bait. Yes, you can store it.
Yep.
You can put it back in the freezer nicely.
Yes.
But I do recommend to buy fresh bait, even if smaller packagings.
Yep. So fresh bait, don't buy the big ones, buy some more, maybe smaller ones. Now, the reason why we're doing this, and we're going to go through this probably, is we've been taking out lots of big baits like this and big bags, and we're only probably using maybe half of it. So what you're saying is if we take out some smaller ones, but fresh, always get the fresh bait straight away, always, every time you go out fresh bait. Buy maybe the smaller bags, like I've a Danny here and that. And why we recommend that, because you're only using this bag, and if you buy 2 or 3 of these bags, the other 2 bags can sit in your esky, frozen, while you're only thawing out this bag. Instead of thawing out the whole big bag, or things like that, and especially when it comes to your chopped pillies, especially for pot full of bays, you can buy a smaller bag, like this one, so you just pull one bag out at a time, let it frost out, or de-thaw, or whatever the correct wording is, and just start throwing that out. And while you're coming to the end of it, you grab another little bag, or, unless you like it, you buy a big bag, which is the way to go. And believe you me, guys, as you saw in one of our other shows, it really works well. And another thing we're going to go through is this new product that you have just brought out. There's a couple of newies.
I'll start with the silver whiting, the fresh silver whiting. Like Brian was saying, they're virtually individually frozen, so you could snap it and take out what you want and put it back in.
And we were using that during the teacher, and quite a few 3.5 to 4 kilo fish just by on the whiting itself, or the silver whiting. And when we thawed them out, we cut the plastic off, threw them in a bucket of water. They were just falling apart in our hands. They looked like they were brand new. Seriously, they really were.
We got a lot of fish on teacher over these.
Yes, we did. We've got quite a few fish on the pillies because we're lucky enough that Sandy gave us all these different baits to try out, and we tried all of them. Now, there's another one we want to go on, is these things. New
burley logs.
New burley logs, guys.
Super snapper burley logs.
Now, what's in them? Let's go. What's actually in them?
It's actually got the writing on it. Contains garfish, scad, whiting, squid, and pilchards.
Everything that the fish eat here in our own bays. So our burley logs are what the fish eat.
And there's no water. It's 100% fish, compressed.
Compressed.
So it will last for ages.
Yep.
And we've got the 100% pure pilchard mix.
Pure pilchard mix. So you've got pilchards and you've chopped them all up.
Yep.
And you've compressed it into a container.
Yep.
And is that what I saw you the other day? No, he's got these little things and tubes and he's pushing them all in. I thought, what are you doing?
And these are going to be good on the whiting too.
On the whiting?
Oh yeah, they're going to be fantastic on the whiting.
And we're going to go and do some whiting.
Oh yes, we are.
Yeah?
Yep.
You coming too?
Definitely.
Absolutely. Now, for any of this sort of stuff, guys, you can go to www.that'sfishin.com.au or drop into the man himself.
Gone fishing.
Yep. And just come and see these guys, because all this stuff's here in the deep freezers for you guys. So, mate, Sandy.
Thank you.
Big fella.
Right. Thank you.
Don't forget, guys, down here. And thanks to everyone for watching the Tea Tree special, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, definitely.
And our little tackle talk about your shop here.
Yes.
And really, guys, it is huge here. So come down, have a look, and you can find you on the website, of course.
Yes.
And until next time, I'm Brian Sanders, the Colonel.
And that's fishing.
Sandy's bait and burley.
You too. See you guys.
See ya.
Whoop. It's all going on now, isn't it? Friday afternoon, mate. We should be all at work. Nah, bugger it.
We are working.
We are, that's right.
This is working.
Research and development, is that how you put it down there? Right.
That's it.
Bait testing, product testing.
Product testing. Beautiful. You reckon this one's a bit bigger? Bit better?
Yeah, I reckon he's.
It's.
I called him for 3.5 to 4, but he's got some really nice head shakes. Got colour, Sandy.
Yeah.
Did have colour or still got colour?
Still got colour.
Yeah, that's a good colour, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, mate.
He's a nice little fish.
Yeah, whoa, it's a nice one.
Bring him in.
Beautiful. Good stuff, guys. A nice fish.
There we go.
There you go,
He's a
mate.
little bit better. I'd call he'd be 3.2, 3.5 maybe. So definitely getting bigger as the day produces some, nicer fish. So
Excellent.
all right, on a silver whiting again.
Well, there you go. That's what they're going on then.
Looks like that's the bait today. So silver whiting and squid heads.
And pillies.
Yeah, we got some on pillies as well. So
Right, it's Sandy's bait, mate. Sandy's bait.
Turn it up.